Hey, what's up, everyone? You are listening or watching my comic book journey podcast. I'm your host, KNDY. And I know I've been lacking when it comes to DC Comics titles. And first of all, I just want to say I have love for DC Comics, and I have a huge collection of DC Comics. But for some reason, I'm not sure why I was focusing so much on other comic books. But you know what? I'm gonna do several DCs in this little 5 review post today. I want to get 5 DC comic books out there, and I'll just talk random ones. I'll just pick them at random. And today, I will talk about the Warlord issue number 48. So this one was again released on August 1981, written and illustrated by Mike Grell, inker Vince Colletta, colorist Adrienne Roy, letterer Ben Oda, and editor was Ross Andru. So in the late 70s, it was a creative time for DC Comics. Experimentation with different types of stories and what would entertain reading audiences beyond superhero books, but for DC Comics, the swords and sorcery genre was not its forte. As Marvel Comics achieved a major home run with titles such as Conan the Barbarian and Red Sonja, Mike Grell was given the opportunity, and Warlord debuted in a comic book note titled as First Issue Special. And that was issue number 8 back in November 1975. While First Issue Special didn't last long at all, fortunately, Grell was able to create his own series that didn't cross into DC Comics universe at the time. And the Warlord issue number 1 was released in 1976, and a second issue followed. But with word that the series was cancelled, there was uncertainty. Despite being told by DC Comics publisher Carmine Infantino that he had a full year with Warlord, Grell would explain on his website, "Unfortunately for me, Carmine wasn't exactly true to his word. I picked up the 3rd bi-monthly issue of the Warlord and read the end on the last page. That's how I found out it had been cancelled. No phone call, nothing." Unfortunately for Carmine, Jeanette Kahn arrived a couple of weeks later and assumed the mantle of publisher of DC Comics. It seems that Jeanette made a point to read all the titles in the lineup, and the Warlord was her favorite. When she looked at the roster and found it missing, she asked what happened to it, and was told that Carmine had cancelled it. I'm told, and I choose to believe it because it makes a great story, that she said, "Well, I just cancelled Carmine. Put it back on the schedule." And that was a good thing, because the Warlord would last 133 issues and followed with other volumes until Mike Grell returned for the 4th volume. Grell would go on to write issues 1 through 52, while his wife at the time, Sharon, ghost wrote issues 53 through 71. Grell would end his run to focus on a creator-owned series for First Comics titled John Sable Freelance and Star Slayer, the former which would become a short live action TV series on ABC. While Grell is also known for his work on Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, Green Arrow and even worked for Valiant Comics, where he created Shaman's Tears, which would feature multiple guest appearances by John Sable. But it was the Warlord which jettisoned Mike Grell into superstar status. Grell's The Warlord and Roy Thomas's Arak were one of my favorite sword and sorcerer comic books series, and Arak made his debut in the Warlord issue number 48, this issue right here. Before I get into the issue, for those not familiar with the Warlord, the comic book series revolves around a Vietnam veteran SR-71 pilot, Travis Morgan, who passed through a hole in the Earth's crust while flying over the North Pole in 1969 and lands in the underground world of Skartaris. Let me show you a picture of this one. See if I can get it. Nope, that's not it. That is a video game, but let's see if I can get it here again. Let's do this. There we go. And you can see some of that artwork right here from Mike Grell. This is way before he did the, well, yeah, it was years before he did Green Arrow. But anyway, let's go back In issue 48 of The Warlord, Shambhala Princess Tara is a bit despondent that Travis Morgan has left to find his daughter Jenny in the land of shadow. Travis Morgan and Shakira end up walking towards a village and see a woman about to be sacrificed. Before she is killed, Morgan shoots the person with his pistol and kills off anyone who tries to stop him. But just when Morgan claims that the woman is under his protection, she conks him in the head with a club, knocking him out. Morgan is tied up and will be sacrificed to the ice dragon. Can Shakira save Morgan? And as mentioned, this issue includes the first appearance of Arak, Son of Thunder, by Roy Thomas and Ernie Colon. In this short story, Eric is searching for jewels or treasure, aka Amber, but during his search, he sees a woman bathing. So, as he watches her, she sees him and she sends wolves after him, but Eric quickly kills the wolves and prevents the woman from using her weapon. While talking to her, he is attacked by Vikings and he left for dead. As he awakens, he sees the Vikings taking the woman to a treasure trove of amber, and when they lie her down on it, the amber turns into a beast that is about to attack the woman. But Eric shows up to try to save her, but in the way are many Vikings and the beast itself. Also included is a claw storyline by Jack C. Harris and Tom Yeats. The story features a man who has a claw of a demon. He has tried to slash it, but to no avail. Immediately when he asked the Lords of Light why they had treated him in such a way, he is told that it was because his forefathers reached into the forbidden world of shadow seeking power and grasped the groping claw of a demon which now belongs to him. But now he must use the demon hand for good, and he is given the sacred helmet and shining sword of Moonthorn. As Claw travels to the city Ivichar, which is under siege by hordes from the seven shadow hells, Claw goes to use his power for good, but not knowing that the one leading the evil monsters is a monster with a human hand. Overall, The Warlord is simply a magnificent series worth reading. While I did not read any of the later volumes, I may be compelled to, since Volume 2, which was released in 1992, and Volume 4, 2010, are written and illustrated by Mike Grell. But for those yearning a wonderful series and are also a big fan of Eric, Son of Thunder, if you like that sword and sorcery style, the Warlord issue 48 is just definitely worth reading and owning, especially for that first appearance of Eric. And that is it. So, definitely check out Mike Grell's The Warlord. If you can find those issues. Kind of hard to find, but it is. You may be able to find most of it on eBay, but definitely check it out. Definitely a great story, especially Eric. So definitely check out both. There was actually another one, but I'll talk about that later. Okay, everyone, you all take care, and I'll see you later. Wink, wink, and I'll see you later, everyone. Bye bye.